Welcome back here with us on Times Now. We have some breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. Ahead of peace talks in Pakistan, we have a post that has been put out by the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. In his post on Truth Social, he has just said, world's most powerful reset. The post that he has put out, you can see on your screens right now. Now, this is extremely important because it comes just hours before an important meeting that is supposed to happen in Pakistan, in Islamabad. That's going to be important as far as the ongoing conflict is concerned after the ceasefire announcement. In fact, all eyes are going to be on this crucial meeting. U.S. delegation has already left for Pakistan. The American delegation is led by Vice President J.D. Vance. And on the other hand, you have the Iranian delegation. So far, we have no clarity as to who from Iran is going to be on the table, for talks in Islamabad, because some reports are suggesting that Foreign Minister and the Speaker of the Parliament, in fact, of Iran are likely to be part of this meeting from Iran's side. But some portals, in fact, in Iran are trying to suggest that Iran has not sent any delegation. Let's go across to my colleague Shinjoy Chaudhary joining us live for more on this. Shinjoy, good evening. What do we make of this post that has been put out by US President Donald Trump hours before the so-called meeting that's supposed to take place in Islamabad?
World's most powerful reset. That's what the president is saying now. Now it means, obviously, that America is top dog and he has got what he has wanted. That's what he is suggesting. But we'll have to see what happens. That's the most important thing. If you're going to have talks, and even if you do have talks, what will they lead to? That's really the important thing. Much more than what he has said, what is important is what actually gets done. So these next 2 days are going to be very crucial, because what will happen after these 12 days that are left, or 11 days left of this ceasefire, will largely be decided by what happens tomorrow and day after.
Well, absolutely. It's going to be a very, very important day. Shinjoy, stay on with us. In fact, we have some more breaking inputs as well coming in at this point in time. The head of Iran's Parliament's National Security Commission has said that under the parliamentary proposal, transit fees through the Strait of Hormuz will be paid in Iran's national currency, the rial. Now, this is the update that we are getting for you at this point in time. In fact, this was the proposal also earlier when the parliamentary panel had cleared it. At that time as well, the reports that emerged from Iran suggested that Iran is going to be taking this toll, the Hormuz toll, for ships to cross the Strait of Hormuz in rial, in the Iranian currency. Mayank is going to be joining us in just a bit to get you more details on this big update that we are getting for you. Now we have an update from the head of Iran's parliament, National Security Commission, who has said under the parliamentary proposal, the transit fees for ships through the Strait of Hormuz is going to be, should be paid in Iran's currency, rial. Let's go across to Mayank for more on this. Mayank, when the parliamentary panel of Iran had cleared this proposal, at that time only, there was this report suggesting that the payment will have to be made in rial if ships want to cross the Strait of Hormuz.
See the kind of changes which we are seeing towards the Middle East, and specifically with in relation to Iran, and the kind of commerce which was always being put across or has been happening from this side, this is going to be one of the biggest change. And if you see, Iran has been trying to stamp its points in so many ways, and that includes Lebanon, that includes the exchange of currency and exchange of payment in terms of rial, and it is saying that it will be deciding the kind of vessels which will be moving from that side. So these are seeing a sort of a new rise that side. And it is time which will tell that whether Iran is going to emerge as one of the center of powers towards the Middle East. So, and rial happens to be one of the strong pillars towards that direction.
Right. But the question really is that will America really allow Iran to, really levy this toll? Because there have been conflicting statements that have come from Trump himself. Initially, he suggested that, the money is going to be used for reconstruction. That was the first post that Trump put out after announcing ceasefire with Iran. Then soon after that, Trump raised questions as to how is it that Iran is even thinking of levying a tax, for ships to be able to cross the Strait of Hormuz.
Since last 2 weeks, the way that things have been happening, there was always a talk of a toll. And the amount which was quoted during that time and previous to today, that it is between 2 million to 2.5 million, and that was in dollars initially. And then it was said that it could be in Chinese denominations, and now it is rial. So there had been always talk of money that side. It can be seen in another way that reparation cost. It has always been discussed from as far as Iran is concerned, right from the beginning of 5 conditions which it had put across. What I mean to say is actually money in whichever way will be involved in terms of the transactions which will be happening towards this side. And whether that is paid as a reparation money for the reconstructions of the way the destruction has taken place, whether in the Middle East or in Iran, or it is being allowed to Iran to levy taxes or levy charges for allowing the vessels, which can be merchant vessels, which civil vessels, to be moving from that side. But as you rightly brought out, let us wait for the talks till they end, because there are multiple aspects which are contentious, and that includes Lebanon, and that includes what we have brought out, that levying the toll from that side. Let us wait till the time the end of the talk happens and we come to a middle ground wherein both sides have come unanimously, have decided on certain agreements at least. So let us wait till time. But as far as the stance is concerned, Iran has cleared or clarified and articulated its own stances.
Right.
And in contrast, Israel and the US have been making their stances.
Right. Mayank, stay on with us. In fact, earlier, viewers, Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, issued a strong message on the control of the strait while praising the heroic people of Iran and declaring a decisive victory over Israel and US. He went on to say that Iran is entering a new era in managing the Strait of Hormuz. This clearly signals Iran's dominance over critical waterway through which nearly 1/5 of the world's oil and gas once flowed. Mojtaba Khamenei further added that Iran did not seek this war but will not give up what it calls its, right. Listen in to Mojtaba's statement being read out on State TV.
و حتما مدیریت تنگه هرمز را به مرحله جدیدی وارد خواهیم نمود. ما طالب جنگ نبوده و نیستیم، ولی به هیچ وجه از حقوق حقه خود دست نمی کشیم و در این جهت همه جبهه مقاومت را به طور یکپارچه در نظر داریم.